First established as a national monument in 1929, Arches officially became a national park on November 12, 1971. Located 5 miles from Moab, Utah, the surrounding geographic region is part of the Colorado Plateau. Natural, desert-varnished formations dominate the rugged terrain supported by steep canyon walls. The Colorado Plateau features all 5 of Utah's national parks, known as the Mighty Five, including the Grand Canyon in northern Arizona. The United States is treasured with federal public lands offering some of the world's most incredible sights. With the Open Road Project, I dedicated my opportunity to experience our national parks. And now, I have experienced how busy our national parks have become. It's been a while since I've been to national parks, and I completely forgot, a lot of these places, you want to get a good landscape shot, but there's going to be people walking around in your shot, in the far distance. That's going to be the challenge on trying to get a pretty decent photo of a landscape without having a person in the shot. Sounds like someone's playing the saxophone out there in the far distance. Can you hear it? Outdoor recreation has grown significantly, escaping our newfound technology world. In 2021, the National Park Service, which manages over 400 units of parks, memorials, battlefields, seashores, and many more, exceeded 297 million recreational visits. Here is the concerning statistic. Only 25 out of 423 parks received more than 50% of park visitation. Arches National Park received 1.8 million compared to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park exceeding 14 million. The trend is forecasted to continue upward. Well, that wasn't a far drive. We'll see what we got. I don't even know where I'm at. Looks pretty cool. So there's a guy playing some sort of instrument out there. Everyone deserves the opportunity to enjoy our national parks. The person does have the right to play the musical instrument, which sounds good, with the reverb bouncing off the canyon walls. However, it's not just a quiet guitar stringing around a circle of friends, but echoing the far distance and possibly disrupting someone's primary motivation for coming outdoors to admire nature's vistas and sounds. As we finally proceeded with capturing photographs, I was disappointed with the images from Park Avenue. Before the Open Road Project, my interest in video and photography had stalled. My media gear sat in a camera bag for at least 2 years. Until a spark of motivation ignited the Open Road Project. With that said, I am relearning how to operate my camera. I overlooked my ISO settings, which were excessively high, and I over-edited to minimize noise reduction. For video purposes, I decided to share. I have a personal rule for editing my photography images. If the photo takes longer than 5 minutes, then the photo is no good. It's been quite a while since I've been out doing some photos and realized I get stuck. For some reason I was stuck on that tree. Looks like with this timing, I may have to stick around for another day and come back tomorrow. It just seems like you always just want to stop and pull off, like I'm doing now. There's a shot right there, it looks pretty cool. So that right here is something I would like to film or capture on a camera or a photo camera. I would like to get that shot right there. That's pretty cool. It's hard to tell, but
at a certain angle, there's like a gap in that, so it seems like vantage point would be somewhere out there to capture that photo. And the Three Kings, which that's not the name of it, just reminds me of Three Kings. Somewhere out here would be a good shot. But we'll see. Let me see if I can try to find a good parking spot for a good vantage point. This is the area that looks pretty cool. Look at that right there and here. I don't know the rules on, it always says stay on trail. They don't want you to walk on the, what is this, Courthouse Towers viewpoint. So I may have to park here and kind of venture off, but I don't think they want you walking around because there's like this crust on the dirt that's pretty fragile, and I guess pretty important for the ecosystem.
I am referring to biological soil crust, or biocrust. I'll explain biocrust in more detail in a later video when I visit one of my favorite locations, Valley of the Gods.
So I think I can get over there. That trail where I was taking a photo of that tree, there was a trail and it looks like it ends right there. Park Avenue Trail. The section where I'm at now is called Courthouse Towers. That's that big monolith looking structure and everything behind me. So this section is called Courthouse Towers. I know if I go out and do some photographs, I'll be out here for another hour, which would then push it around 3. So I'm definitely going to have to hang around for another day and come back tomorrow as well. Maybe tomorrow I'll focus on arches, and here I'll just sort of, today, the rest of the day, I'll just focus on what's near the road system.
I am not a professional photographer, but I can quickly summarize the basics. Learn 4 fundamentals: aperture, shutter speed, ISO, and composition. After that, the creative power is in your hands.
This is a 10mm prime, and then I have a 25mm prime. So I got a wide and a close-up. Right now I'm using my wide-angle lens, which is a 10mm lens. It's very hard to look through the viewfinder and glasses. Glasses always get annoying. But the main focus is trying to get some of the green vegetation. Of course, I'm doing mostly black and white, so I guess it really doesn't matter, right? Should add some good texture.
Landscape photography is a passion, while video production was my educational background. Landscape photography introduced me to the outdoors, inspiring solitude and appreciation for our natural world, where all humans are connected, realizing planet Earth is a gift. The La Salle mountain range delivers a scenic backdrop as you drive through Arches National Park, with opportunities to view petrified dunes. Dunes once were several hundreds of feet, eroded, exposing the bottom layer of ancient sand that turned into Navajo sandstone.
So far, it's been pretty fun getting back, just taking some photos. Just quickly stopped at Balance Rock. Very interesting. There's a cloud that reminded me of an angel.
When I got to the first arch to photograph it, the sun was setting west, casting harsh shadows. Double arch is best viewed in the morning or mid-afternoon, as the sun will highlight the foreground. Tomorrow, we will continue our tour of photographing Arches National Park.